Hey everybody, it's Matt here at the Eastwood Garage. In the next tech series, we're going to be showing you how to replace a lower door skin on an older vehicle. This is something a lot of you guys are probably coming up against with any project that you're working on. We're going to be showing you everything from checking out how bad the rust is, how to properly fit a new panel using Eastwood products, and then the finish of it. In the next tech series, we'll be showing you how to do the fillers and primers and everything to get it a seamless repair. So I'm going to take the door off, we're going to get it on the fender stand and go from there. Okay, now we've got the door on the fender stand. Mark used the black stripping disc and he removed the paint to give you a line of where we're going to replace this panel. Now we're going to take some measurements to make sure that the replacement panel that we build fits the door perfectly in the door opening. Okay, now what we've actually done is we've taken some measurements both lengthwise and from the bottom up to this line that we drew to get some reference points for when we're making our replacement panel to make sure that it's identical to the part that we're actually cutting out. So now we're going to get to some cutting. I'm going to show you a couple different ways you can cut this panel apart. As you can see in the last couple shots, we used both the electric shear and the angle grinder with a cutoff wheel to remove the worst part of the door. We're going to be using this later for a little bit of a pattern. But for now, we're going to take care of the rust that's inside of the door and the areas that are now accessible with some Eastwood rust encapsulator. While this is drying, we're going to be working on getting some of the patch panels made up. As you can see here, we've gathered together the essential items that you'll need to complete this repair. Other than a handful of shop items, this is all you're going to need. Now that we have our first repair panel cut to size, we're going to make a nice clean 90-degree bend with a 30-inch metal brake before forming it. Now that we have this piece bent, we're going to actually take it over to our shrinker stretcher and show you how you can form it really easily with the shrinker stretcher. This tool is something that you guys have to have. I mean, this is going to take much longer if you're trying to use a hammer, a dolly, piece of wood, whatever. We're just going to show you how quickly and easy to make this compound bend for the lower corner of the door. Now that Mark bent this to shape with the shrinker stretcher, we're going to show you where we're going to be working with. This is the original area that was all rotted away. So you can see here how we made the bend. It's going to be just about perfect to how it's going to fit. In the end, we're going to place it down here. After you have your first patch panels fabricated, next thing you want to do is get these little thin strips that we include in our panel replacement kit. You can see we actually fitted one here already. These really help with if you don't make a straight cut with either your patch panel or the original metal, that you can get these butted together and get a nice solid weld between the two panels. It also helps for any of you guys that are a beginner that have problems with burning through when you're MIG welding these. So we're going to take this little piece here that we already cut to fit, we're going to line it up. Now you're going to get a sneak peek of this first plug welding kit that we're just about to come out with. This, with the attachment on your MIG welder, will allow you to make perfect spot welds almost every single time. As you saw in the last couple of shots, we got this first panel fitted, again showing why these backing strips are really great. So we got these all attached, flush, got them spot welded with the spot weld attachment. Now we're going to take this second half we fabricated and weld it into place. Alright, we got done a little bit of the rough grinding here. We'll do a little more finish grinding and then a skim coat of filler, and this should be ready for paint. Now we're going to flip it over to the other side, let you get a little bit of a look at the patch panel we made for the front half and a couple little tips and tricks to attach it to the front of the door. Okay, now you can see we actually have the door skin pretty much finished ground, and the next thing you're going to want to do before test fitting it, so you're going to actually fold the width of this door skin over just like it was from the factory. We have a couple little holes drilled. We're going to do some spot welds after that's all done, but there's two different ways you can do this. The first, which you saw me doing, is using one of our hammers out of our Pro Kit. It actually has a door skinning head on it. It's perfect for doing this. You just hold the dolly right near the edge, then you can get the hammer right on here and just hit along the edge and fold it over real nice. The second way here is you can actually use our door skin installation pliers. These work a similar way, just you're crimping instead of hitting it with the hammer. So you're going to actually put this over the edge like that, and then you just start slowly folding it over and working your way. This is nice for anybody that isn't as comfortable with the hammer and dolly. It does it in one nice smooth motion. Alright, now we got our door test fitted. Everything went pretty smoothly. We're going to do a couple more minor adjustments. Then we're going to take the door back off. And in our next tech series, we're going to show you how to use our new filler line to make this a seamless repair. So stay tuned.